I paid $1,351 for 3 broken PS5s. That's about $450 each. So let's get them tested, see if they're actually broken, and then see if we can figure out what's wrong in order to fix them. This video is sponsored by iFixit. More on them in a minute. So PS5 number 1 definitely has an HDMI issue, but I don't know if that's the only issue. Let's plug it in and see if it'll start up and see if we can find out if there's anything else wrong. This is the screw for the stand, and that's the hole that it goes into. This should screw in here, but it actually just pulls in and out. So this hole is totally stripped out. Let's take a look at that once we get this thing torn apart to fix the HDMI issue. So the HDMI cord actually plugs into the port fine. So let's see if we get anything on the screen when we turn it on. You can hear the fan. The fan sounds a little funny, but sometimes they do. We got a blue light so far. Oh. Here we go. I'm gonna get this thing set up and test it a little bit more and see if I find any other issues other than the HDMI port. So other than the HDMI port, I don't see any other problems with this PS5. It plays discs, connects to Wi-Fi, connects to my PSN, and I don't see any other issues. So let's get this thing torn apart and check out that HDMI port and also that screw hole for the stand. And we've got a pretty dirty fan here. Let's take care of that real quick. Better. Next, we need to remove the 43 screws to hold this metal plate on. And with those 43 totally necessary screws removed, we can remove this metal plate. Come on. There we go. And remove the clamp. And as usual, there's a dry spot on the APU from where the liquid metal doesn't seem to have gotten a good connection. So we'll fix that before we install this motherboard back into the PS5. But right now, let's focus on this HDMI port. So we can see this inside plastic piece and the pins on the inside of the port mostly seem fine, which is why it does work when I plug it into the TV. But this metal outside piece is totally bent up. Let's have a look at the pins on the back side. And what we don't want to see is these pins broken away from the board, and luckily they're not. But since this port is so bent up, I'm still going to just replace it. And I'll start by removing this totally necessary piece of wire mesh on the back of the port. Next, I'm going to use my hot air soldering station to heat up these pins on the port, these mounting pins, and then also heat up the pins on the other side of the board. That will enable this port to just drop right out without damaging anything on the board. Once that's done, I will install this brand new HDMI port onto the board, then we'll let it cool down, put it back together, and test it. So now what I'm going to do is come through with some gel liquid that goes on first. That's called flux. That just helps the solder flow. Then I'll come in with my iron and solder on each of these pins individually. And now I'm just going to come through and check each of these pins with my pick. Just putting a little bit of pressure on them, make sure they don't move. You can see each of these pins has plenty of solder on it. It's making a good connection to the board. And nothing's moving. All looks good. So let's get this board reinstalled into the PS5. But first we need to address this liquid metal situation. So right here is where the heatsink pad is basically just dry. And then if we come over here, this is the part of the APU that matches up with that same part on the heatsink, and you can see it is also just dry. In my opinion, this is a major problem. That means this part of the APU is basically not getting the cooling it needs. So what I'm going to do is come through and put on more liquid metal onto this area and seat it in with the included Q-tip looking thing, and then do the same thing on the heatsink. That might actually be enough. Ooh. Gotta rub on that pretty hard to get the metal to kind of stick on there. There we go. Now we're getting it. Okay, good there. And then same thing over here. Okay, better. No, I don't know about you, but to me that looks like the perfect amount of liquid metal. So this metal plate right here is what has that screw hole for the mounting base for this PS5. So I think I have another one of these around. I'm gonna get it so we can install that into this PS5 so then we can actually attach the base to it. Out with the old plate and in with the new one. And just to make sure this plate works and the threads are good, there we go. We are good to go. Now our PS5 is all back together. This is what the HDMI port used to look like. This is what it looks like now. Let's start it up and see if it works. Okay, there we go. At first I was kind of wondering, but I had to unplug and plug the cable back in, and then it worked just fine. So this PS5 is working great. Let's move on to PS5 number 2. Okay, and PS5 number 2 shows a picture up on the screen right away. So time to do some more testing and see if we can figure out what's wrong. Also, PS5 number 2 is very dirty. It's kind of hard to show you on screen how dirty it is. I don't think they would put it in a salvage pile just because it's dirty, but that is possible, I guess. I've still not been able to find anything wrong with PlayStation 5 number 2. I've connected it online, I've updated it, I've logged into PSN, I've played it for quite a while, and I still can't find any problems at all. It is very dirty, so let's give it a good cleaning, and then let's take the plates off and just have a look inside. Now the level of dirtiness on this isn't really showing up on camera very well, but it is very dirty. I'm gonna be using some spray away glass cleaner. I'll leave a link for this in the description if you wanna pick some up for yourself. Gonna rub this on, get it as clean as we can, and then I'll show you the paper towel when I'm done, just so you can see how dirty it is. That shows you how dirty it is. Let's get a little more on here. That's looking way better already. Okay, that side is looking good. And this side is very dirty as well. And same here, just a very dirty console. Let's take these plates off and have a look on the inside. Oh, wow. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is the problem that this one was having. I'm surprised it didn't overheat on us, but I'm guessing that that's what was wrong with this one. So what we need to do is remove this top middle piece here so we can look down into the heatsink. Actually, all I have to do is remove the fan for that. Let's get the fan removed and look down into that heatsink. And the fan, of course, is also disgusting. Let's have a look down at the heatsink. And yep, just as I thought, the heatsink is almost plugged with hair and dirt and debris. So unfortunately, in order to get this console all the way clean, I'm just gonna have to tear the whole thing down. We could get this stuff off of the heatsink, but if there's this much on the heatsink, there's gonna be a lot more throughout the rest of the console and probably even in the power supply. So I think the best thing to do here is just tear the whole thing down. That way we can just give it a really good cleaning and make sure that whoever gets this next is gonna have a nice clean PS5 that we don't have to worry about overheating on. So I'm gonna start this cleaning process by using this brush. You can get this at ifixit.com. Also, you've seen me using this toolkit. I also got this from ifixit.com. If you're looking for any sort of tools or repair guides or even parts for devices, you can go to ifixit.com/TronicsFix and find all of that stuff right there. I highly recommend their tools. They have a full lifetime warranty, so if there's any problems with the tools, you just email them and let them know and they'll send you a new one out for free. So if you need a repair guide for something you're trying to fix, if you need parts for the device you're trying to fix, or if you're looking for great quality tools, go to ifixit.com/TronicsFix. I'll put a link right in the description so you can go check them out. Now I'll be using this brush to loosen the dirt, and then I'll be using this small vacuum to vacuum it up. Now we can continue the disassembly and see how bad the board and the heatsink are. And now we can see how bad the top of the motherboard is. Pretty bad. Look at all the hair caught up in here. So this is one of the little heat sinks on this console. It's just covered in this hair and dust. I often get questions as to whether vacuuming out a motherboard like this or a console is good or bad. A lot of people have heard that vacuuming out a console can build up static electricity and damage the board. I have not found that to be true. I don't believe using any sort of handheld vacuum like I'm using will actually cause any problem, and I've never found it to cause a problem, and I've used it for a lot of consoles, so I never worry about it, and it's never caused a problem for me. Leave a comment with your opinion down in the comments and we can discuss it. And now let's have a look at the board itself. Okay, Not too dirty here. The board is actually not too dirty either. Now there's two things that we could do here. I could remove this clamp and take the motherboard out and then get down to the heatsink from there. But another thing we can do is just take the screws out of the bottom of the power supply and then just pull this whole piece out as an assembly. And then we can get to the heatsink that way. So let's start with doing that. And then we'll take the motherboard out so we can check the liquid metal. So let's remove this top cover now. See how dirty it is under here? Oops, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, and here we go. Very dirty. And very dirty, that's so gross. And I'll do a little more cleaning a little bit later, but we need to take this screw out and that screw out. That will enable us to remove that whole sandwich, the motherboard and heatsink, and inspect the heatsink. Oh, wow. Look at that. So this is the exact reason why I wanted to take this out, because the power supply right down here also likes to breathe. And with all this hair clogging it up, that makes it so it can't breathe. So with that removed, airflow will actually be able to get through the power supply to help cool it. And now let's have a look at the heat sinks. You can see this one is almost totally plugged. These ones aren't plugged quite as badly, but they definitely need a good cleaning as well. So I'm just gonna come in here with my brush, clean that all up. Look at that. So much hair and dirt and dust and debris in there. So now I've got a little more cleaning to do on this that I'll do off camera. Let's remove this clamp and see how the liquid metal looks. Okay, and here we go. All right, not actually that bad. This liquid metal seems to have kind of a dry spot right in the middle here. So we're gonna take care of that little problem. Just rub it in good like that. Same thing over here, and there we go. And as far as cleaning, it actually looks really nice and clean under here. So I'm not gonna worry about really doing anything to the board because it's already nice and clean. I'm gonna get this reinstalled and then I'll finish cleaning up the rest of the console. Then we'll put it back together and give it a test and make sure it all still works. And there we go, PlayStation 5 number 2 is working great. Let's move on to number 3. Let's see if it'll come up on the screen and turn on at all. Got a blue light going on. Nothing on the screen so far. Come on. Oh, here we go. So this PS5 must have turned off on its own, or I don't know, something happened to it. It is restarting, I think. Okay. It is starting up. Your PS5 wasn't turned off properly. Okay. Oh, okay, I had this PS5 started up and now it just turned off with the 3 beeps. That generally means it's overheating. So let's take it apart and see what's going on. Yeah, it's uncomfortably warm right up here. So let's see what's going on in here. And we got a lot of dirt in here. Maybe another one that's really dirty inside. Let's find out. Okay, not too bad. I'm not sure that this fan, oh, wait a second, let's see. Has somebody had this apart before? It looks like maybe. Oh yeah, look at this. That'll definitely cause it. So the fan connector is just torn off the board, which means that the fan is not working. So let's disassemble it enough to get down to this connector and see what the damage on the board looks like. Okay, and here we go. That's what we need to fix. Ow, that is still hot. This whole thing is very warm still. We also need to do some cleaning on this one. I see this isn't nearly as bad as the previous one. Let's get zoomed in here so you can see what we need to do. So we need to remove this connector from the fan. There we go. This connector needs to sit on here, just like that. Everything is so hot on this thing. So what I'm gonna do is create a pad over here, a pad over here, so we can connect the mounting pins for this connector. And we also need to run a wire from here over to here, so we can connect this pin on the connector to this point, this pad on the board, which will go back here. So I'm gonna grind down part of the board where I can make new mounting pins for this connector. And then I need to run one trace wire from the motherboard to the pin on the connector that's been torn off. And then I just need to solder all of the pins and the mounting pins down, and then we should be good to go. So now you can see that this port is soldered on nice and solidly. We got all these pins soldered on. So let's get this fan back installed and restart it and see if the fan works. Now, will the fan connector plug into the connector on the board? Okay, that looks good. It's nice and solid. Good. So I have the fan plugged into the PS5, the PS5 plugged into the outlet. Let's turn it on and see if this fan spins. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So this PS5 is all fixed. We were able to fix all 3 of the 3 broken PS5s that we had here today. Thank you again to iFixit for sponsoring this video. If you want to see me try and fix a PS5 that 2 other repair shops tried to fix and couldn't, I'll put a link for that video up on your screen now so you can come hang out with me over there and see if I can fix that one. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you have a good one.